Hi, everyone. Jamie Thor here, and I'm in my living room. So I've done enough YouTubes that I'm not freaking out that I'm going live while in my living room, right? I have a contact, I hope I do actually, from Germany, who is an AI geek, guru, nerd. He speaks German and worked for Mercedes, according to his LinkedIn. So I'm presuming not only is he fluent in English, but I'm presuming he is who he said he is. So anyway, the big news today really does seem to be sports and the weather, and it's Saturday, so the markets are turned off in America. But yeah, if somebody comes, I see a red heart. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by the community guidelines. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what that means. So anyway, I am watching college football. And so Oregon Ducks versus Washington. I don't know their mascot. Huskies game? Can't remember. And so the score is 24 Oregon, and if it's Oregon State versus Washington State, there's got to be a big rivalry. So Dylan Johnson knows. Brady goes to Pat. I don't know the first or last name of Brady. Yeah, Washington is 27. Oregon it's a close game, 24. And so this is prime time and it's live. And so they must have just started because it's 3:15 on the Eastern and the East in the East, right? On the East, I'm in the Eastern time zone in America. The two on the West Coast that I kind of pay attention to are, well, Idaho and Southern California, well, and Stanford. Those are the ones I pay close attention to. So it's a good game, meaning it's close. I presume it's good because it's close. So let me just see if I can. I am going to see if I can. I want to see if I can get any other college information or data. I'm not sure if I'm on NBC. I do think I'm on a live station. I'm not exactly sure where I am. Let's see here. So bear with me. They're getting down there. Can you hear him? I'm gonna turn it up. Football is so fun. I tried to get my son to play rugby, cricket. What's the thing? Cross, anything but soccer, because there was some sort of wackadoodle soccer to club, and yeah, he got really he got a crappy coach, and actually not a crappy person, amazing person, but like a coach who was not being having the results that the club wanted. And time we had a British guy running the club, Well, to be honest with you, we've always had British guys winning that clubs. But yeah, sometimes the dads and really just the parents would say that, like we need to have South American or other continents or other, not just UK kind of soccer. So whole game, not just offensive, not just defensive, not just and my daughter absolutely did not want to play for that club. It's called Pacesetter, because we observed and experienced just this forcing into. She was a goalie at the time, but she was a goalie and she was playing offense. And I like the not beast, right? But the like the local, but still club, right? You had to pay to play. And those dads that were coaching her were phenomenal and so good. And those families were high quality and so good. But when we got into the paid like premium space, some of those families were like snooty patooty piggish. And as a matter of fact, we would get words that, like some of the families would be trash talking our daughter because, their daughter was not gonna compete against whatever. I don't know. I think that's so dumb. Listen, if you are a family person and your kids are partaking in any kind of sports or anything extracurricular, such as baseball, such as band, such as dance, such as horseback riding is Aquarian. Oh, guess what? Oregon, I think the Ducks may have just scored. Okay. Which is a huge score if they did, because I think Washington pulled ahead. Yeah, it's a close game. Oh my gosh, it's so close. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will not. Yes, I want to know what else is going on in college ball, but maybe I won't travel too far away. But yeah, so anyways, nobody's joining me, and you have this wonderful opportunity, Thor Wellness Group. I'm a mama bear who loves kids, right? Loves kids, loves my kids, and became an avid sports mama, but also classical mama, if you will, because my kids were in band and it was a requirement, and orchestra. Although my son did not fully engage, he thought about in being in like a theater club or extracurricular in theater in high school. His best buddy, not only is a musician and theater, apparently the guy can cook. Aiden Schwartz, dude. Not, I mean, it's very, very difficult for me to, I was not somebody who had besties, right? Like I just had friends. I genuinely had friends, with everybody, but I'm gonna take this call, but I'm also gonna tell her, hey, Cher, are you watching, are you watching football? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on today. I know football's going to be big until, obviously the Super Bowl, but on Saturday, yeah, I'm just bored. I was calling. I'm kind of irritated because my dad got really snippety on the phone, and I'm just trying to kill time in my day, if you will. And so I was calling to see what you were doing. But
very exciting. we got back, we had to go to a memorial celebration of life service for a friend of ours whose mom passed. And I'm saying,
Yeah, I think I would love to go to Cedar Creek. I would love it. Do you want me to come to your place, or should I come to your? I mean, do you want to come scoop me up, or do you want me to come over to your place? Because it's probably, you know, I always think of efficiency and stuff. It's probably best for me just to meet you at your place, is so that you don't have to double back or whatever, or it's up to you. Yeah. You want to drive together, or were you thinking meet over there? Are you guys, is it you and Kurt? Are you both going? All right. So I'll be there, yeah, 4:15 or 4:30, but no later. No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But if I'm there by, yeah, if I'm there a little early and I sit in my car, that's fine. But I'm more apt to be late than I am early. You know, so, and I'm thinking about if I should go over and work out, but I'll tell you, church would be good. So I would like that. So yeah, I can work out this evening. I don't have any plans then either. So, but yeah, all right. I'll see you. I'll see you soon. Okay, hen. Bye. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you watched my channel on my birthday, I did a spa, and it was a lot of work to set it up, but I realized too that, you know, many people did this all through the, what you call it, you know, the vid, right? COVID-19, the pandemic, you know, like people created their own YouTube channels and became, it's so weird to say like YouTubers or stars or whatever, because, you know, this monetization, there's so much crap on YouTube about like you can make $100 a day or thereabouts, you know, and yet to trying to figure out how to navigate and or set yourself up for, um, let's just say affiliate marketing. I think that maybe is the most legitimate, but I'm not certain. Hustle. I'll tell you what, like this nonsense of using AI to you know, drop like transcriptions into AI when AI does not understand idioms. They do not understand, I forget what it's called, but, and I'm not a teacher, but like they don't understand the difference between two or two, right? Those of you that are English people, English teachers, you know what I'm talking about. There's like some word for, you know, it's like love, like in the Greek. In Greek, love, there's what, 6, 9, 8, 7 meanings to love. There's agape is the most beautiful and rare, and really the only godly kind of love, except for if you're dealing with Greek mythology, and then you get into all this perversion about godly ishness, goddesses and gods and yabba dabba dabba doo. And so, yeah. So, anyway, how's that for a new hairdo? There's been such interesting hairdos being done because it's frigid and below zero. And we unfortunately, I do believe this happened, but we had a little gal in America who fell in the water. And so that in very below zero windshield, certainly very, very, very cold circumstances. So I grew up in Minnesota, and so sometimes people hear that, like just there, I said so, like, or, like, sometimes that, like, it's almost like a Canadian influence. Oh, Alaska Airlines. I wasn't planning on watching basketball. I was planning on watching football. Washington and Arizona. I feel like I'm on the West Coast. Washington and Arizona. Must be on a PAC channel and not a MAC channel. Am I Samson? I have the smart TV, which compliments me on my choice of channels, but then again, there's like Conjuring 3, and you know what? Like, I absolutely cannot stand it when, like, oh, Clemson and Duke. Like, I have to watch women making out with women, and or wokeism. I hate it. I've known people that have been gay my whole life, but I don't like that I can't like sift out of that because there's such an agenda to normalize the wackadoodle. And I'm not trying to be insulting, but like the normal or the majority or the standard is not to have really sex, if you will, in the realm. And I say realm, but I don't. PDA is different than people making out with each other. It is. So anyways, yeah, so call me conservative, call me a Christian, call me a woman, those are all true. But I mean, I'm not wackadoodle, like super duper uber, right wing Tea Party ish conservative. I'm just normal in that, that's my opinion. And so to have a liberal and or I'm just going to say wackadoodle. I hate the word woke because woke is a verb of awake, and I've been awake my whole life. I've been paying attention. I listen. I traveled. I've done a tremendous amount. In fact, my one of my tasks this week is to try and list. It's not try, but I was asked to list or write or journal about like things that I have done. And so I have done this before, but from a success standpoint, I don't know that just because I did something that qualifies or is a success. But I'm 52 years old. Brat TV. I hope that's not like the mean girl thing. Let me just tell you, along with this woke stuff, I hate, and I will say I hate woke because it's too wackadoodle. It's like mixing ducks and roosters and calling them pigs. It's just bizarre. But I don't like the mean girl agenda either. I call it the alpha BITCH phenomena. And my son, who is the youngest of the three of my children that I have raised, and I dubbed, being an absolute unleashed, unbridled BITCH or a-hole, men or women, it's so unattractive. And so this mean girl thing and or alpha BIT or alpha male, like that makes my skin crawl. Like alpha male actually reeks of, I'm better than you. I am not humble and kind. Yeah. All the things. I don't care if you are, 4 foot tall and an NBA star, I mean, you're an outlier if you're that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah. I love the outlier thing. I love it. And so do I think most of the people I know. We like to see those that appear to be marginalized have enormous and extreme success. And yes, it feels so victorious. But Yeah, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's not like the Globetrotters in America play basketball against the Special Olympics. That's not, there's no footage on that. There's no footage on that. Although, allow me to just put a pin in this and say that my son played basketball on a recreational level. I'm turning this off. I'm done. I'm going to go upstairs. But yeah, on a recreational level, the Sylvania boys in that grade and that like grade above, grade below, but certainly that grade were just 100% class act. And I think the girls were very classy too, but I can't be 100% because my mama's pulse was on the boys because I had a boy in my family, and I wasn't a nosy mom, but I certainly was a concerned and engaged mom. So yeah. So anyways, but he's down at UC, and I'm so happy that he chose University of Cincinnati. If you are looking for a smart kid who understands finance, football, and friends, yeah, that's my son. He's his integrity is high, and yeah, even though he can't really perform like Brady in the rainstorms of quarterbacking, like even though he watched Brady and he'd watch different people, put the football in the water and absolutely favorite hands down movie was in mine too, and we The Blind Side, as well as any of those like Rudy, like I wouldn't even say the Mighty Ducks. I think that was before his time. But yeah. And then I've got a daughter who is smart as a whip, and she's out in Chicago, and God help her and me if she gets bit by the, like I'm going to call it like the liberal cobra, because she's so smart. And I think she's made some decisions in college, maybe that were affected by the death of her father. In fact, I don't know that she even shares that piece of her story, because I think she does have just a very strong will, and she doesn't want to identify with how her father died, but she also doesn't I don't know. I doubt that she hides it, but I know she's at a very small but D1 school, but a very small one in Chicago. And so and she has a practice with semi-pro girls soccer. So, but let me just actually articulate this as well for you female soccer players that acted like egregiously overseas. Do not misrepresent America, because if you're going to go across the pond or over to another continent and to misrepresent America, I think you should be yanked, not just benched. Like, give me your flipping jersey. Stop acting like an idiot, kind of. And so, yes, I will speak for moms and people in America, because sports are huge, but integrity in sports, I don't care if you are an official, a dad, a mom, a fierce grandparent, or a player or whatever, yeah, leave it on the field. But like despicable behavior, I'll pass. Well, anyways, anything that can get you arrested in another country because it's egregious, and if you're taking for granted that you're an American and that you're going to be protected because you're with American soccer, nauseating. I mean, let me just throw up right now. Okay. And that goes for you guys too. That goes for you, NFL players. That goes for all of you, NBA Titans, Olympians. That goes out to the American sports arena. So, well, anyway, my last name genuinely and truly is Thor. And so it's super fun for me to play on that. But yes, Jamie Thor here, and Thor Wellness Group is my channel, obviously. And my channel and my story is comprised of many stepping stones of adversity, more adversity than I wish, because I think that many times God dishes us the hard way, the road less traveled. If you ever read the book of Job, but that could, I'm not going to go there, right? That could turn into a philosophical / religious conversation. But I've kicked adversity in the tailbone a lot. And so, and if you know me well, you do know that. So anyway, I hope that fiber is in the heart and soul of my children who are now in their 20s. So my children that are in their 20s, none of them want to be called a child or a kid. But let me remind all of you who are not farmers, which I was one, kids are baby goats. And so baby goats might be nimble, they might be quick, they may be like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. But they can climb the side of mountains. But somewhere you got to be able to say my adult kid who's in their 20s, right? Yeah. All right. Well, God bless you. And if you know my kids and they're doing something stupid, please make sure that you check them hard right back into the right spot, the right lane, if you will. As far as I'm concerned, if you're contributing to the delinquency of my kids, I don't ever want to know it, nor do I ever want to meet you. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, you stink. So that's kind of where I'm going to end it. And I'm going also to say, God bless you. And so if you are facing grief, adversity, struggles, trials, absolute frustration, can't comprehend something that you're trying to get your head around. Like in my finance, in graduate school, I mean, we went extra every Wednesday and we studied what Stanford and Purdue and what all the biggies were studying. We tried to actually consume the entire body of knowledge of finance. And one of the guys was an attorney, and one other guy was an international finance guy, and his name, I can tell you, I can't recall the other gentleman's name at this very point, but Dr. Cesar was a class act. And so he even took not executive MBA students, but MBA students to the Chicago Board of Exchange. And I met some friends from China there. So, but long and short of it, I wish you the best and the most. And if you ever had a beef and or a buck or a problem with me, and you have a beef and or a buck or a problem, and you want to tell me off, go ahead. I don't care. But the fact of the matter is, I don't have that, I don't think, going on with anybody in the whole wide world, even though I've navigated some pretty difficult champs, and trying to think of a C thing for challenging women, right? Champs, and Cinderella's, I don't know, but that just doesn't quite fit because I like Cinderella and she loved animals. Anyway, never mind. Goodbye, and goodbye. Thank you for tuning in, and we're going to end this stream. Bye.